by using either the bombs or the shells that he throws at me. It's not safe to spin off of him, he'll always hurt you, and there is no power up for this fight. If you get hit at all, you have to go all the way back to the beginning. With this bomb, we're hitting him for the 3rd time. That brings him into a 2nd phase. You can tell by the little exclamation points that are flashing above his head. He still has access to all the same moves, but they're slightly different and usually harder to avoid. I do everything I can to avoid running underneath that high jump that he does. He'll do a ground pound which stuns you and shoots a fireball at you. Whenever he decides to jump backwards, he immediately follows that up with the walls that come at you. Touching any of the walls is deadly. The red bomb he throws actually can't hurt him, and it explodes immediately if I try to take it. The phase 3 shell spin is by far the hardest thing to dodge in this fight. Coming into this fight, I don't know how many hits it takes to defeat him. Okay, that's definitely a... Depending on how you did at the rhythm minigame at the end of the 2nd castle, you can decrease the number of hits it takes to win. This is the first time I've gotten to 9 hits, and I'm kind of expecting some kind of retaliation here. 9! Let's fucking go! This is Castle Koopalar from Joker Shell OK. This is the final level, and we're going to be combining a few things that we've seen in different levels in the past. I have motor skills, so I can change my jump type between regular jump and spin jump in midair. That rainbow shell there is a shell board, which carries me along with it automatically. Gray shells are non-interactive, they won't be breaking any other sprites that they touch. And I'm going to have to do a spring drop to get up in the pipe. Let's fucking go! No. Almost had a Dupu skills moment there. And here we're facing off against the Koopa Larv. The only way to do damage to him is by jumping on his head. And for the most part, he stays up high where I can't reach him, except by bouncing off of the shell that he gives me sometimes. In this phase, he has 4 attacks. Most obviously, he throws a shell at me. You can get hit by it, but it's mostly just a tool to use against him. He does this ground pound move here where he drops spikes from the ceiling. They come down in random patterns, and it took a long time to learn to dodge them consistently. I can hit him while he's ground pounding, but he moves so fast it's very unreliable. He also drops the Sumer Bro lightning at me. That causes fire to spread out on the floor, while the lightning bolt itself doesn't hurt you. We just saw the hammers too, that was his last attack. They're very random and very hard to dodge. I probably should have mentioned the shell that we were riding this whole time. It was stuck to Mario's X position. We couldn't have missed the shell if we tried. We're getting into the 2nd phase of the fight now that we've hit him 3 times. That makes us ride on this green shell here that travels freely across the stage. Those thwomps could have come in a few different random patterns, and we had to use them to get up top to hit the Koopa Larv. The shell is changed again, it's a motor shell, changing between a regular shell and spiny shell every time I bounce off of it, and we're back to gray shells to jump up to hit him. Let's go! Whew! I knew that was gonna be soon. As soon as I got that 6th hit, it was like the code was completely cracked for me. This is Springtime Caverns, a level from Joker Shell OK. No! This is the hardest level I've ever played. Ugh! It ends with an assisted mid-air shell jump. Damn. The speed that I get from the spring makes the trick easier. No! But not easy. Springs let you switch jumps. Springs are able to interact with other sprites, where you've got spinies bouncing off of springs, and even springs bouncing off of other springs. It really makes me think of Mario Maker with the contraptions that we have in here. Springs are also dropped differently than normal SMW. They start under Mario, allowing me to do these mid-air spring drops a lot easier. Yoshi needs to grab the spring immediately. We use it later for the mid-air. And just getting Yoshi to slide along here had very tight timing. Let's fucking go. Happy birthday, Dupu. Clearing this level took over 25 hours with 9,594 attempts. Hello everyone, good afternoon. Now Adam is here and Andy, Mac. Hey, Mike. Ashley's here. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Thibs.
You dare to refuse my bajol?
Press you, hello. I went and got some groceries, and it took a very long time for me to get everything sorted. But let's get started. This is not World of Jumps, this is Dram 3. We're doing Bowser for a little bit, because I think it's fun. And then we're doing World of Jumps. He's being real generous about giving me stuff to hit him with. And then I just wasn't hitting him. More important than hitting him is staying alive. It looks like we've got that down. That was very close. Final phase here. That was close. I feel pretty good about this. I just need to get something to hit him with. Fuck! That was down to the last hit. Okay. Remember when I said it was important to survive? I remember. Hey, Big Country. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Yeah, that was a bad jump.
It's raining, Dakar!
Yes, Theron. Ugh. I had such a good first attempt on this. Hey, Chris. Oops. I really was trying to throw that shell to the right. I hope I'm not upsetting anybody by having a game name that's not the game on the screen. I didn't feel like changing it. They are invisible. They're not bright neon green or anything. Cute. Ah, jeez. I got a bunch of video stuff done, which is good. I've ended up building up a system of uploading videos to the four platforms I upload videos to, where all I have to do is give it the description of each video, and it does all the rest of the work for me. So I don't have to go around and spend, 5 minutes per video clicking on all the things on every platform. It's saved me a lot of time, if you ignore all the time that I spent building the thing. But I think the time that it's saving me is a lot more valuable than the time that I spent making the thing. Does that make sense? Automation is a wonderful thing. Oh, I did hit him. I thought that might have been too early. Damn. Should have jumped a little higher. Yeah, I don't think anybody could take my job. I'm what you call a personality hire. Funny joke. Oh, you piece of crap. I don't need that bomb, I need the other bomb. And I need the shell not to be inside of an explosion. Under a spin jump. Sorry. I was dying. I was dying from an itchy face. I hate to pause during an intense fight like that. I also hate to have my face be itchy. Let's go. Okay. Perrin likes to be a wrist rest. It is not very comfortable to use my keyboard with Perrin in front of it. I have to like reach over him. Let's do one more thing. Let's do Perchance Mario. In the near future, I'm gonna look at doing Perchance Luigi again. I think that'll be a great time. What is it, Spike? He sees something. He hears something. That's the thing about beagles. They've got those big ol' ears that they use to not listen to you. Oops. Spike has these brown patches on his face that, if you take his ears and you move them in front of his face, they'll cover up his eyes and the brown patches basically perfectly. I just think it's funny. Hey, Screams, thanks for the heart me. Yeah, I was never like a huge fan of beagles before I had one. And now I think they're my favorite dog breed, just because they're so gosh darn lovable. Thank you very much for the thumbs up gift. They're moving to TikTok. Oh, Friday. Did nobody tell them that it's actually Friday every week?
Hello there.
Oh, wow! Wow! That was the luckiest possible dodge. Damn. Damn. Hey, Christina, thank you very much for the heart me and go popular. Yeah, this is a good boss fight. The hammer immediately following the leaves is really bad news for me.
First blood.
Congratulations on being first. I shouldn't be doing that. I can make bad things happen for myself by hitting him during the leaf attack. Depending on when I hit him, I can make him shoot extra leaves at a time he's not supposed to. And if it's the final hit, he can drop straight down on my head, which, you know, that'll hurt me. You're cold. Are you in bed already, Dash? You should be in bed. You're doing lunar magic? I should get myself ready for lunar magic. That first hurdle of getting my levels moved over to another ROM, it's like a mountain to me right now. I'm gonna have to refactor some stuff while I'm at it. Because my map 16 is doo-doo. This is bad. I don't like him being in the middle. Okay, we win. Aw, Dash. You're doing it because you love the game. And because you're trying to promote emulation and ROM hacking. See if we can get it 2 back-to-back. Is it the ROM hacking community? Is it SMW Central? Is it Twitch? Because there's different parts of it, and you could choose just to interact with certain parts. How did I dodge those hammers? For instance, you could choose not to play boss fights designed by people who don't like you. Shit. No, nothing back to back. I know what you mean, but also I'm gonna choose to get offended for comedic purposes. What do you mean, Dash? Are you saying nobody's here? I know, that's why I said comedic purposes. Stick with me, Dash. Mortal Kombat! There's a lot of people that can't pick out the song, which is surprising. How do they not know the song? I don't know. There's a lot of people that will hear it and say, oh, well, that's the Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang. You're doing your boss yourself? How's that going? You didn't know you knew ASM? Well, there you go. I played Human Resource Machine once, and TIS 100. Oh, cool. What do you think? One more time, or we can move on to World of Jumps? I've really enjoyed World of Jumps. I'm excited that there's more of World of Jumps. It kind of gives me the same. Ooh. Sorry, I had to reset real quick there. We were getting too deep into the credits. World of Jumps, with the post-game stuff that it has, is reminding me a little bit of Yoshi's Revenge, which also had a lot of post-game stuff in it. Also, I need to go back and finish Yoshi's Revenge. That may actually be something I do sooner rather than later. I actually don't remember if I'm ready for the last journey. I think I started it, and then Oskise told me that if I wanted to play Dram 3, I should not do the last journey right away. So I did not do that thing. How? How am I dodging those? Those look way too close together for me to dodge. Alright. There's my karma, which is fine. Perchance by Papa Nug. Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck, but who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles? And why do we think of him as fondly as we think of the mythical, non-existent Dr. Pepper? Perchance! Okay, so that's 2 back-to-back right there. We're gonna keep playing until I lose. And then we're moving on to World of Jumps. So World of Jumps has some levels that were cut from the game as its post-game. And, oh my god. Alright, well. That was quick. That's like the fastest loss I've had in a really long time. Okay. Sorry, I had to remember where everything was. It's, out this way. I think? Nope. Nope. I'm in the wrong spot. Where I'm going to is hidden on the overworld. I think it's up out of this cave. Yeah, you see how there's a path out to the right? Well... Okay, so let's start with huge shafts.
Hello there.
You know, I think I can dig this level. Well, that's not true. Sometimes I use a standing desk. What is this, Maltz? I got it. I'm talking too much? I don't think I've ever heard that criticism before. Okay. I wish there was music in here, even if it was, like, generic music. Just so that it would not be total silence. What are these pipes? Why do they look so wrong? Where are the huge shafts? There's a huge shaft. Okay. So I was trying to do a line up there, and it wasn't in place. Thank you very much for the follow, I really appreciate it. Disco shell. Disco shell, please! Thank you very much for the 6-7 gift. No, I had to slow down. I thought I might have been okay just to keep going. I think that generally in World of Jumps, that hasn't been the answer. Do you watch the Mario shows? Well, I don't think there are any. That's correct. I would do the horizontal YouTube format if YouTube would get their fucking act together and actually roll out that feature that they've been promising us for a year now. It's there, it exists, I've seen it. And they are lollygagging. Your favorite YouTuber? Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I need to try and post more stuff. That's what it comes down to. What I really want to do is finish up more of the ROM hack race content, because I really enjoy it. It's just a lot of work is all. Yeah, I know. I wish there was music. I could put on some music, but I really don't want to. Please don't hit me with that saw. He didn't hit me with the saw. You sent? Okay. Let me make sure I mute this. God damn it, Dash. That actually looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, alright. Yeah. Like it... I definitely think that stuff needs adjusting, but you know that. Little shafts! The swearing at you... Oh, that's cool. The swearing at you is because of the thing that annoys me about some boss fights. Which is that... Well, I'll say something later. How's that sound? There was a ROM hack race level that relied really heavily on stack pencils, and the way they interact with Mario. Okay, I think I need to hit that block. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that some of these levels got cut, because I think everything in here has been pretty great. I think my biggest criticism with these unfinished levels is that they don't have any music. Which is like... could have been a 2-second thing. Well, let's do this, because there's going to be a lot more levels. I'll turn on some music outside of the game, which I don't like to do. But we'll grab some SMW Central songs. We'll just throw on the radio. Yes, I promise I'm human. Music. Radio. Let me turn this down just a smidge. Yeah, there we go. Just a small town girl, living in a lonely world. That's all you get. Shit. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. That's too early. Nope. That's all we get. I've been told that my singing causes people's ears to bleed. Great song. What is this? Hooded Edge Radio? Ah! I realized what was happening just an instant before it did. Super Mario World is a perfect game with no flaws. It certainly doesn't have any flaws related to striking a block that is partially off screen and having that block not react to being hit by the object that was thrown at it. No siree, no flaws in my Super Mario World game for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I don't think I'll ever stop making fun of the way that Nintendo talks about their games in, like, their marketing and stuff. The Super Mario Bros. Wonder game for Nintendo Switch. Ah, that pencil! That's so mean! Yay, we get clashing music! It's the best!
Hello there.
Oh. Slay Ghost House. Okay, I see the water. I disagree. Dang. I just need to be a little bit faster. There we go. Landed much more solidly on that mole. H. Okay, that's not solid. I can stand there. What is this? The name of the game is On the Screen. Okay, so I'm not supposed to land here. My shorts posting volume has been pretty low for a long time, and we're going to hopefully see more consistent shorts posting now. Yeah, I've been using... It's been really hot here, too. Too hot. Too hot. That is kind of a tricky jump. Maybe we should just go right away and not wait. Yeah, it times itself for me. I haven't quite worked out what actually happens with the Thwomp yet, the one that's at the extreme right edge. I need to probably sit and wait there for a second to actually realize what I'm doing. So, like, I'm gonna come back to the left under the bottom. I can see that clearly. What am I playing tonight? Fortnite! They have sort of reverted some changes that they made to the game that I think are going to make it a more generally enjoyable experience for me. Shoot. They had some stuff in there that I kind of feel was too powerful, and the whole game was coming down to, did you get this thing? You can spin out of water, yes. When you're going up out of water. Need a little more momentum there. Yeah. I would never play builds. Never. Because I watch video of people playing builds sometimes, and it just... To say that it doesn't look fun is a massive understatement. That's interesting. But like, running around and grabbing the stuff and then shooting people with the stuff, that's fine. That's fine. For a long, long time, I was very opposed to the very idea of the Battle Royale. Just because there's so much luck that goes into even being able to do anything. But I sort of see now that once you're in the game and you've gotten past that initial Am I doing this wrong? Am I supposed to use the mole rather than the platform? Once you're past that initial phase of the game where you have literally nothing, you get to make your choices for what you want to be using. Unless you're just very unlucky. I think you're probably intended to use that mole. Maybe? Well, now I can't tell because he's not there. I think, I think there's some problems with that part. I can definitely see why this level would have been pulled. Some jank. Hide until... I hate hiding in that game. I kind of refuse to do it. There's definitely been one case I could think of where, like, I ran up on a team that was hiding, and they absolutely destroyed me in a way that really made me consider trying it out myself. But in general, I don't think that that's a fun way for me to play the game. Okay. This is cool. This music doesn't fit with this level at all. Tell me more about rice. Tell me more about rice. I think you'll find that he who smelt it, dealt it. Especially in this case. I hate to break it to you, but I am not broadcasting in smell-o-vision. So any malodorous experience that you might be running into is caused by your own self. We have horizontal screen wrap that we haven't seen up until that point. Yeah, I've read. This is like a strangely triumphant kind of song for a ghost house. I guess I've got a little bit of time there. Oh boy. I messed up once I got up there. But the good news is I have more time there than I thought I did. I really expected to hit that thwomp. Peaches, thank you very much for the heart me and for the kaizo wings. Wow, I thought I died there. Really tricky. Thank you for the greeting heart as well. The name of this level reminded me of really neat gimmicks. It's this one ROM hack that has some really neat gimmicks in it. I will never play that one. Hey, Teresa. Thank you for the kaizo wings, the heart me, and the popular vote. Sounds good, Steph. Too slow. Yeah, I saw where I slowed down there. Okay. YouTube sure has been YouTubing today. Oh. Alright. You're off the hook. Oh, that's cool! That's cool. I like that ending. So I actually didn't have any hot dogs for the 4th of July. But I do want some hot dogs. I would have grabbed some today, but I already had, like, too much other stuff. Alright, I lose. Thank you very much for that red card gift. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to jump straight down that back saw and immediately go up to the front saw as it's jumping. And I need a second bounce for that to time properly. Like that. There's a possibility that you can go back to the left after hitting that block. I don't think it's any easier to do that, though. That level was really tricky. What is layer 2? So layer 2 refers to the second layer of levels that it's possible to build on. That second layer can have a few different effects. One of them is parallax scrolling. So I'm able to walk on this ground even though it's moving while the camera moves. I'm gonna need to keep P-speed here. Ah! We got to the end of the level, and the screen wasn't scrolling anymore.
Hello there.
Yeah, there's a couple of jumps that are, because of the speed that you're traveling at, it's difficult to make them short enough to not hit your head. This one. And there's one more in the section that has a background in it. Normally, I would say if you're not doing unusual stuff with layer 2, the way we're seeing, where I'm standing on the ground and it's moving as the camera does. Normally layer 2 is used for like having a background that you can control what it looks like. There's 3 layers. Layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. My first level. Hey there, Charlie. My very first S&W level. I don't want to speak too early, but this seems like a pretty good first level. I could have very easily survived there. I think I might have missed it. A couple of gifts. Thank you very much, everybody. If I did miss some gifts, I really do appreciate it. It's hard to tell if they actually come through or if there's a bug happening to make them show up a second time. H? So now I've got the shell and iframes. I'm gonna need it again, I'm sure. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, this is a great first level. I wonder if Maltz came from Maker. It wouldn't surprise me. And watch, I need the shell again. Yeah. The shell turns into a mushroom, the mushroom stops me from walking off the edge. Very cool, very readable. Great. Astounding first level. Alright, next row down. Scrapped Palace. I can't just rub against the wall there, I have to, like, swing in around from the side. Oops. Like that. Bullet? Oh. I just saw the timer. Okay. I need to wait a little bit longer there, but also I need to go and trigger the Koopas right away. Oh no, I've got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate it. Sick decay barrels. Are they gonna look green? No. Right, right. The green ones fire instantly. I disagree! I disagree again! I don't think you can be fast enough to do that on the first cycle. I'll try one time. No, definitely not. Can we get a block on that one, please? I would really appreciate it. Oh. Well, now I know what that symbol means. Thank you, Mac. Oops. I wonder if I might be able to do some automatic moderation there. That's cool. That's really cool. Big spin, but not like... Oh, okay. Not like all the way up.
Hello there.
I can't just hold the button down, I have to do a small jump and a big re-grab.
Hello there. I think with the chuck, I need to just go right away. slowed down too much. When you are on the ground, you slow down, versus when you're in the air, you just keep moving at the same speed. Okay. So I think Chuck needs to be jumping at me then. Because I've hit him twice now while he was standing still and got killed for it. Yeah. Coming out of a cannon, you get more speed than Mario's normal maximum speed. And if I am to push right, it will slow me down to Mario's normal maximum speed. I need to neutral the D-pad there. Very interesting obstacle. There was a piranha plant stacked on top of his head. Which made him much more dangerous than he would have been otherwise. Okay, so I died there because that one fires automatically when you touch it. And I thought it wasn't going to because the first section had the green ones that fired automatically, and we have a different color for those now. Now they're yellow, which are the ones that waited for me to push the button to fire. Which, I mean, I've been shown the whole time in this section that the colors have changed. I definitely died because of... Not even trying to time it. Yeah, this is cool. That ending is, it's tricky at first glance, but all I need to do is, like use a lineup for when to go, and it should be consistent. Oh yeah? This is, I'm playing the SMW Central Radio right now. So it's just pulling from everything. I didn't even get a chance to see what that last song was. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not something I normally do, but this hack has a pretty significantly long post-game, and all the post-game is levels that were cut for whatever reason. And every single one of them has no music. So we gotta have something to listen to. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think the real hidden gems are the ones that are like submitted for contests, and then they never make it to the actual section. That's what Juzzcook did for Invictus, because he used mostly P3 stuff. I could have saved that. And that's why Invictus had such so much unique music that other people weren't using, because he got most of it from a different source than most people did. Yeah, there you go. Hey, okay, that wasn't so bad. Ah! Hold on, let me try that again. Oh, that's cool! That's really cool. This is, Fantasy Luck, Mystic Winner. It is a Beb and Leg tune, yes. Nova Neo, Fantastic Luck, Mystic Winner. Thank you very much for that flow state gift. Cinematic lava level. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Good setup. Am I just too slow? I think I'm too slow. So let's go straight down onto the dry bones. If I can, yep. Okay. Oh, got it. Got it, got it. This is cool. I have to open my controller and clean it sometime. Almost. That's the thing I was worried about. I still need that throw block. And I still need the piranha plant. That's cool. Oh! Yeah, this is really good. I'm gonna have to see it again to actually figure out what went wrong there. I need to wait longer to jump off of this. Man, that was cool! I'm actually fairly disappointed that these didn't make it in. This is practically a whole nother hack on its own. Bully Juice workout. Okay, I get it. Alright, I still need the mushroom, but, well, I need it right there for sure. Thanks, folks. I do try my hardest to put on a good show. Thank you for the port. I'm trying to think if I have heard this in a hack before. I don't think so. Yo! Whoa! Crunchy Blue, thank you so much! With the firework gift? Holy crap, thank you. And a corgi on top of that? Wow! Thank you very much. Okay, so I think it might be time to return the joke book to regular rotation. And I think a gift of that size definitely deserves a joke from the joke book. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, YouTube. Alright. Hang on. Joke from the joke book time. We can't take our dog to the pond anymore because the ducks keep attacking him. I guess that's what we get for having a purebred. Christina, thank you so much for the kaizo wings and the Go Popular. I like that one. That's a tough move. That's a tough move. Mac, thank you as well for the party blowers. And Caleb for the firework and goat trophy. What's that? More jokes? Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Mac. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for giving people money to spend. Thank you. What are cows' favorite party games? Musical chairs. What's the definition of robin? A bird who steals. We're gonna do one more for good measure. What cat purrs more than any other? A Persian. Mac, thank you as well for the Let 'em Cook gift. I think this is where I'm learning that YouTube has a Let 'em Cook gift. And for a power potion as well, we'll get another joke here in just a second. Did I break the radio? I'm already dead. I'm not dead? I didn't need the mushroom there? That seems like an oversight. That seems like an oversight. Oh yeah, YouTube is real good about those. YouTube is real good about those. Let's see. People say that zebras are... Excuse me. People can say that zebras are carnivores, but they'd be lying. Yeah, it's saying that there's another 2 minutes of dead air. Great jokes. I like this joke book. I really do. I think this is the best joke book that we've gotten so far. The terribly cheesy dad joke book was very good too. I think Thab said that he also had this same joke book. Hi Rosa, thank you very much for the heart me. Oh, I should have taken a second to look what was ahead. I needed to time that. There I go again, doing exactly the same thing. I think that those platforms are probably there to attempt to make it line up without me having to wait. And I'm not using them to their fullest potential. Oh yeah, so tonight, I should have mentioned this because there's people who watch on TikTok who I know like to see the Fortnite. Fortnite is going to be happening tonight, but it's not going to be on the vertical platforms because as of right this second, it's something that I know doesn't perform well for me. And I'm trying not to have poorly performing live streams, because I've literally been punished by YouTube for having a very, very good stream followed by a very, very bad stream. I'll still be streaming tonight, just not on any vertical platforms. We'll have Twitch, we'll have YouTube horizontal. We did fun with Yoshi. Rotating platforms. Okay. I think I need to jump out there. Okay. That's cool. I like that. Oh, lots and lots of practice. I mean, this is not the hardest hack out there by a long shot. I'm already dead. I waited too long to go. But this is also not something that you just sit yourself down in front of and play. You have to know what you're doing first before you play harder kaizo. Or you have to have a lot of patience. Very cool. Yeah, I like these levels a lot. I am kind of disappointed that they're not just part of the main game. Deep Blue Plunge. Yeah, yeah. Well, and with standard, there's such a wide array. Got it. I kind of branched out a little bit over the past few months because I was doing what I consider to be beginner difficulty kaizo, and something I was including in that was I was including not just pure kaizo, but also those hacks that were both kaizo and standard, in an effort to broaden my horizons. And I ran into a lot of stuff that I really liked, and a lot of stuff that I didn't like. Like, a couple that really stood out for being standard and kaizo were Uncharted World and Sprites Are Wonderful. Sprites Are Wonderful, I think, had a pretty clear delineation between... No, so... I'll get to that in a second. Sprites Are Wonderful had a pretty clear delineation between this is kaizo, this is standard. Uncharted World was less of a clear-cut line between the two. I need that saw. Yeah, Sprites Are Wonderful is a new pointless hack. It's a 96 exit hack that takes all of the levels from SMW and puts a bunch of sprites in them. A bunch of sprites. More sprites than would be reasonable. But it's good. New Pointless is frequently kind of pushing boundaries on what is kaizo. So, over the past 6 months, I've been doing what I consider to be beginner difficulty. That's advanced and lower. Advanced, intermediate, casual, and newcomer. Up, and then down again. Up, then down again. And I did every hack that had kaizo on it that was in that range. Barring the tool-assisted hacks. And I did that so I could play specifically Polyphony and Uncharted World, because I knew that those two were both supposed to be good, and I just hadn't gotten to them because seeing Standard and Kaizo together is something that is scary for me as somebody who is a pure Kaizo player. Nonsense? Yeah, I've seen nonsense. Hang on a second. That might be something I jump into. One second. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my drink. Rakugaki World. I saw Thab do Rakugaki as well. Yeah. Ooh is something I think I would like. Why can't I just jump there? Is there something stopping me from jumping? There we go. I have a little bit of a pet peeve about going into a pipe and then getting put back at the midway before the pipe. Having to re-enter it. It's fine. Thank you very much. We just hit 20,000 likes on TikTok. That means I'm gonna give some treats to all the pets here in a second. Oh. I see. That's not a regular spawn, that's a gimmick. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna pause the music. Because I know they clash pretty bad. You don't belong on the desk, Perrin. You're a bad kitty cat. Bye. You're a real good boy. But you gotta be careful giving treats to Spike or you'll pull back a stump. He's actually very gentle. He's gentle if I'm giving him treats. if I'm giving him, like, pieces of human food, he's less gentle. I don't know how he makes the distinction if the stuff that I make for myself just tastes that much better. But I'll usually give him like a bite of what I'm having, if it's safe for him. Alright, thank you again for all those likes on TikTok, I really appreciate it. Now let's restart the music. Okay. I was wondering if that fish was going to come back, and it looks like the answer is a resounding no. Oh! Easy peasy. That's the end of World of Jumps, by the way. We did all the post-game stuff. Took about 2 hours, with an hour and a half of that happening today. More or less. That was great! That was great! I really, really liked World of Jumps. I liked it a lot. A whole lot. Now I have to figure out what I'm gonna play next. There's a couple on here that I wanted to play, like 32 Chambers, Ballbuster. We've already finished Delirium. I haven't done Dreams yet, have I? Let's see if I've done Dreams. I did. Oh, right. I did Dreams in a race. We could do Nightmares. We could do Seek the Discrepancy. I'm not actually going to do Seek the Discrepancy. I do want to do that sometime then. I think it's been long enough since I've played Seek the Discrepancy. Oh, let's kill the music. Long enough since I played Seek the Discrepancy that I can do it all fresh. Get through the end of it this time. I might play Crab Shells. Let's play Crab Shells. Man, World of Jumps was great. That was a really great hack. Crab Shells. Crab Shells is a hack that I played against Thirst for Power. We did that in a race. I need to go out of my way and see if anybody wants to do more races against me, because I think those are good fun. Crab Shells by Jowsen. Crab Shells, I think, is Jowsen's first hack. Crab Shells. Okay, we got 4 exits deep. Only Junin. Motor skills. Press select. Okay. Thank you for giving me the choice. It is motor skills. Motor skills is super common gimmick in I think shell hacks, I would say. It is. Motor skills is a gimmick that allows you to change between a regular jump and a spin jump in midair. Good coins. Good coins. No, motor skills is in Storks and Apes and Crocodiles. And I will not be playing Storks and Apes and Crocodiles for a second time. Because I thoroughly disliked parts of that hack. Yeah. I'm not a morsel hack enjoyer. Okay. This is pretty cool so far. I'm very out of practice with shells, but that's okay. Aside from being part of the Kaizo Shells tournament, I really haven't done much in the way of shells in the past few months. I've been focusing on the beginner difficulty stuff. Thank you, Paulo. There's been like a couple of beginner shell hacks, but not many. But like, it's kind of like riding a bicycle. You're not gonna forget. I really need to land on that first coin. So I'm definitely needing to get 2 bounces off of that. And that first coin lines up in a really easy spot to get a bounce off of. But I need more momentum to get from the first coin to the second coin. I think I'm being expected to have less height than it's possible for me to keep. When I play, I use a PS4 controller with a back button, and I use that back button for my A button. And that allows me to hold down the jump button more easily when switching between regular jump and spin jump. And that's something that sometimes manifests as me having just slightly more height and distance than a level creator has expected me to. Sometimes. That's the reason why I'm going for the wrong coin sometimes. Oh, yuck. I can make that work.
Hello there.
A little too much distance. Oh, okay. I misread that. That is... that's a spiny. That bone is a spiny. And I need to be spinning to get a bounce off of it. Okay. Alright, that's not so bad. The throw block is going to bounce back off of that wall once I throw it to the left. I can spin off of it as it's falling. I'm worried about not getting enough height there, and I just get too much. I might be mistaken, but I think that throw block is completely unnecessary. Carmen! Hi, thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the love you so much. Excuse me. Thank you for all the love you so muches. I love you so much as well. And a community heart.
Hello there.
Christina, thank you for the gifts as well. Hi. Is that one emote with the, like, the eyes that are spread far apart from each other? I can't see it. That's why I have to ask sometimes. But I know you like using that one. You don't need that throw block at all. You think it's your new... Okay, so here's the question. The $1,000,000 question. What are you trying to represent with that face? I wonder if it has an official name. Shoot. Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of practice to play Kaizo. I'm not a fan of that bump. Need to get, like a lot of distance before connecting to the other side of that shell. So, like... maybe I'm just doing that wrong, but both the times I've actually thrown that throw block to the left, it has come through at exactly the same spot where the spiny is. I mean, I could just use the spiny. I made it work.
I suck! I don't have practice with that move, Jiaozin. It only took me 2 more tries. You're okay, bud. Carmen, did I misunderstand you earlier? Are you already out of work? Did you go home already? I think I misunderstood you. Evan Sims. Okay. This is cool. This feels good so far. There was one level so far in crab shells that I didn't like. I feel like the rest have been, like, spot on. No, I only answer the phone for John Nintendo. Okay. I was never screaming at the screen. So I didn't do that. That's a rough backdrop. I think that it's important when you're a new player and you're wanting to pick up kaizo or other hard games to ease yourself into what you're doing. Just going immediately into the deep end is a very easy way to get yourself burnt out.
And the potential grind on kaizo can be very, very long. When I first started, and I played Quickie World 1, there was one level in that hack that took me 4 hours to beat. And then, there wasn't anything else that came even close to that until later on when I played Invictus, and the boss fight for that hack was a new longest ever grind for me. That was a couple months on down the line, and that ended up being like 6 hours. And then there was the Grand Poo World 2 Bowser fight that took about 8 hours. But there haven't really been super duper long grinds beyond like stuff that was a significant step up in difficulty from what I was playing. At this point, I've done a super long grind on the Luigi fight from Perchance. I think that took around 24 hours, and there was the hardest level I've ever played, which is... I think I'm just gonna do a Ford drop. Hardest level I've ever played, Springtime Caverns from Joker Shell OK. That took about 26 hours. So, compared to stuff like that, being able to sit down and beat a level in 20 minutes, it's not even scratching the surface on using my patience. Hi, Fireforks. Sherlocky Jones. Good name. Alright. I clicked on something I need to get rid of now. Here we go. It's hard for me to say. There was a level in this that I really didn't like, and it was because it was sort of too open. There were a few different ways that you could do several things in the level, and it really wasn't clear what the intention was. Because the thing that it looked like it was telling me to do just flat didn't work for me. I don't know. I don't think that Crab Shells is, like, super hard, though. At the time that I played Baron, Baron was the hardest hack I had played. I don't like that, No. Nobody patches hacks to make shells easier. Thank you very much for that follow, I really appreciate it. That's a really far backdrop. I do think I might be able to do that backdrop in a different way. Like, I might be able to just do a regular shell jump. But it's clearly set up... no, actually, I can't do that. I can't. Because of the on-off switches. Yeah, we just had motor skills in the previous level. Or the one before? I think we also had... Yeah, we also had the gimmick where, you bounce off of a shell and it goes immediately back into your hand in a much earlier level. And that was the level that I didn't like. Not because of that gimmick. I don't mind that gimmick. Have I ever one-shot any of these levels? I have one-shot kaizo levels, yes. Both things that I've practiced and things that I'm sight reading.
Nice.
I threw that up too early. Yo, Mushu, nice! Thank you for being subscribed for 69 nice months. Hi, Mushu.
What's up, boy?
I'm considering putting Isaac on the list of games that I'm playing. Because I did have a super good time with it the other day when I played. And I want to kind of learn how to make the game less dependent on getting good RNG. Like, the thing that I see you doing most of the time is, like, you'll go through and you'll get whatever dice, I think usually the D20, and if you see something that doesn't fit with the rest of your build, oh no, with the rest of your build, you'll re-roll until you get something that's worth picking up. Versus the way I've been playing, where I don't know what everything is. And I just take everything regardless. Yeah. So, like, it's nice that they've put in a feature for item descriptions in the vanilla game. I'll have to look up the mod though. That's really tough. That's an implementation of that kind of backdrop that I really don't like. Thank you guys for getting us to 40,000 likes on TikTok. I really appreciate it. You know, if you wanted to compete, we could try and out-like TikTok on YouTube. I think it's possible if everybody just hits the like button on YouTube, we might be able to get more likes on YouTube than TikTok. We're gonna give Spike some treats. Okay. Go ahead. What a good boy. That's great. What a good boy. He's so sleepy. He's so sleepy. Alright, back to it. Thank you again for all those likes on TikTok. I have to assume that they're doing something. Yeah. I really like this level right up until the point where I need to do that backdrop. Because I don't like having to go quite so far out for it. Like, all the rest of this is fine and fun. But you know what? I only had to do it twice. Hey, thank you very much for that follow. I really appreciate it. I never changed my title, did I? I didn't. I got a pretty late start today. We'll go a little late because of that. Luoco en frecuencia. Okay, hold that show. Got it. Kind of hard for me to see what's coming next there, but I think the answer is probably going to be shell jump. Got it. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. I thought I was going to be activating that P-switch. I'm actually picking it up instead. I don't think that P-switch was supposed to still be in my hand. Okay, that wall of coins is telling me that I need to not have already activated the P-switch by the time I get past that wall. I think that I need to get the switch out of my hand and traveling on the one of zeros across the top. Okay, alright, that works. This is cool. I like this a lot so far. I like this bump right here, 'cause that's one that can be done in either direction. Okay, earlier throw. Very cool, very cool. Two buckets. This is a cool level. I don't think that there's like one particular thing in here that's hard, like how the previous level had that backdrop. Or the other one with the mid-air spring jump. God. Most of the time, when you have a shell bouncing around in an area that's 2 tiles wide, you're safe to land anywhere in that little area where the shell is bouncing, and you're fine. I don't know how small the window is to die to a shell. It's a really small window, though. So I just don't expect to die to a shell in a 2 bucket. That's why sometimes you'll hear me saying 2 buckets. Not guaranteed to be safe, but it's usually pretty safe. That's sick. That's a sick ending. That's a really good use of that P-switch. I think there's actually a couple different ways you could have done that, but I really like that. Tiago Arantes. Okay. That's not what I'm doing, I'm just bouncing off those shells. I'll admit that I don't fully understand what the deal is with naming levels after the other creators. It's very common, especially in Brazilian kaizo. I think I'm done with the Yoshi. I might be wrong. Yoshi's shell jumps have a little bit of a different timing than a normal shell jump does. And it's because, shoot. When Yoshi spits out a shell, it comes out from a tile higher up than it would from Mario, relatively. Okay, that's regular shell jump timing. If I'm not done with that Yoshi already, I'm very surprised. Okay. Well, alright. I get it.
Whoa! Oh, that's so cool! That's so cool! What a good setup for that. Yeah, I think there's a lot to like in crab shells. No, you can't go over that. It probably goes all the way up. I feel like that's a really early spit that has to happen. You know what I've been meaning to do and I haven't gotten around to? Is, making pizza. Hang on one second. Alright, I'm back. Aaron, he's trying to kick me. Stupid shell! Get in Yoshi's mouth already. Shh. Alright. Heron Ibarra. That has anti-slip pads on it to prevent it from sliding around. And yet... it still managed to fall off the desk somehow. What a cool level.
I really like that. That was great. Zdrak! Okay, I get it. Oh boy. Ah boy. So we're gonna have to do a regrab shell jump there. Which, I mean, and it's not impossible. I've done plenty of them. It's just not always my favorite move to do. Yeah, like that. That's a big shell jump. No! Wait! I don't need the drop? I need to hit the on-off switches, but I don't think I need a drop for that. I would say most of the stuff that Perrin knocks off is more toy-like than anything else. This was a tool. I have, I don't know if I can even show this. Yeah, it's not gonna reach. Yeah, there it is. I have an editing wheel. It's got like a jog wheel and a shuttle I can spin around. It helps a lot for video editing. I was skeptical, especially when I first got it, because I plugged it in and it was 1000% unusable for me. And I had to sit down and think about, like, what does my editing process look like? How am I gonna map all of these buttons to functions that actually do stuff? And that took about a week of sitting down and really looking at how I was making stuff. I ended up building a script that would count every keyboard shortcut that I used and give me a total of how many times I used everything. so that I would know what functions I needed to have. Because if you just ask me, what are 15 buttons you'd want to have while you're doing video editing? I don't know. And I'm actually not using all 15 buttons, but I've got them laid out in a way that actually feels really comfortable. And the bulk of my editing I can do sitting comfortably with just one hand controlling everything. It's nice. There is certainly some stuff that I need to do mouse and keyboard for. But it's like stuff that would be tedious to do without a mouse. Dragging stuff around, or like changing tracks and stuff like that. I could do it. Can't decide if it wants to storm today. Wait. What happened there? Did we not get a shell to spawn? Holy crap. Very windy outside. There's a branch that just hit the window next to me. Damn, that is a hard move for me. I think that's an easier version of a backdrop than the one in the previous level that I struggled with. And I think the trouble right now is just recognizing what I need to do, because the indicator for it is kind of late. It's late because it's showing where you need to be doing the thing that it's asking you to do. I think I might be wrapping up here very soon. Hey, Pawn Show! Thank you very much for the good luck. This hack has been a lot of fun. There was one level in it that I really distinctly did not like. But other than that one, it's been a lot of fun. Damn, almost got it. Yeah, it's very good. Very good. I'm sure you're gonna really enjoy it. Have you done Shell's Mastery? Ah, okay. Mastery shell. Yep. I really like Shell's Mastery. I haven't done the second one yet. I think this fits in pretty well. I do think it's harder than Shell's Mastery is, though. Mastery Shell. I'm very bad at that move. I sometimes see people doing a version of the shell drop that I just physically can't figure out how to do. Which I think it's really similar to like a flick midair, where you do the input for turning around right there at the end when you're dropping it. Oh! I did it, but I did it too good. Bane. What? Hey, is the thunder upsetting you? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm not even gonna pick you up. Come here. Give me a treat. Come here. I wasn't talking to you. You all get one. Here. Aaron. Bane. She's so dumb. She's cute. Every time... Hang on, I gotta reset my... chat? Yeah, TikTok just broke. Hang on. I'm resetting my chat. Every time Bane takes a treat, she grabs it and she, like, shakes it. It's so silly. She's cute. Bane. Lobster shells win. You know, lobster is one of those things that I don't think I'll ever be able to bring myself to cooking myself because it's too expensive. Wait, what is happening there? Why am I getting the bounce and then having the wrong on-off state? Hang on. Let me look at that. Oh, it's too high. Too high. Crab cakes? I've had crab cakes before. I like crab cakes. I could stand to eat more seafood.
cake crabs? That's very different. I've considered going on the seafood diet. I think that would probably work out for me. That's the one where you see food and then you eat food. Yeah. But no, I mean, I don't live somewhere where it's easy to get, like, fresh seafood. So I generally don't. I mean, I can just go to the store and there's choices at the store, but we've got a bug happening right now that's causing a bunch of alerts to play back. Thank you everybody in the past for having given all those gifts. I really appreciate it. I need to talk to Steve about that.
Hello there.
Considering how many people use the various different tools that that Steve makes, he is incredibly responsive if you report issues. He doesn't always fix everything right away, and sometimes it breaks again. I really don't need to keep that much momentum there, which I think is usually the problem with a backdrop for me. Oh no! That just lines itself up though. I died there the last time because I didn't neutral my D-pad. There I just had bad timing. Thank you very much for that YouTube sub, I appreciate that. You know, we're very close to 25,000 YouTube subs. Which feels like a milestone that I should celebrate. I bumped it the wrong way! Hi, Dana. That's so frustrating. I get this feeling from people that make these shell hacks that make use of the backdropping, that they're really, really good at doing that trick, and they build a version of it that
is very demanding. Because I guess my problem is twofold. Either I'm doing the move too early, and that's why I'm hitting the top munger instead of the on-off blocks. Or I'm not keeping enough speed and getting enough distance when doing it. Hey, Roberta, thank you for the share there. I appreciate it. I actually need to look into wrapping up the stream fairly soon, because I am a very hungry person right now. I got all those groceries there sitting in the fridge, and they're just waiting for me to use them. I think the thing I'm most excited for is these squash that I got. I forget what kind they are. I need to figure that out. Some of the stuff that I picked up this morning went straight in the freezer. I think I'm probably gonna make a zucchini pasta. There's a recipe that I've been following that basically you take the zucchini and you fry it, and it cooks down enough to the point where you can mix it with pasta water, and it just turns into this really flavorful sauce. Really good. I don't like avoid eating meat, but you know, I've been making an effort to try to find vegetarian dishes that I'll enjoy, and that's one of the ones that is one of my favorites. Ah. Oh, I made it! We got a little too much distance there. I think I did my my jump too late. I would imagine that the end of the level is coming up right after that. We've seen the next two jumps after what we just saw. And it has a real feeling like it's going to be the end of the level. I just feel stuck with backdrops sometimes, because I don't really feel like there's a whole lot I can do to adjust what I'm doing. That's what text-to-speech calls me. Ugh. Damn. We've seen Germ Pigeon before. It was actually in somebody else's stream.
Hello there.
That feels so silly. To bump that shell the wrong way. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this hack is just a little rough around the edges. Where I'm having stuff happen like that, where... I'm getting the throw from the shell at the right timing to be able to bounce off of it, and it's colliding with another shell in the air. Or I'm getting a backdrop, and I'm doing it too early, and even though I end up exactly where I need to be, I'm not hitting the thing that needs to be hit because it's allowing me to do the move in a way that it doesn't accept. It's fine. It's just a little rough around the edges, and at the same time, I'm not sure how you would fix some of this stuff. Or if it even is a problem. I need to keep a real careful eye on TikTok here in the next few days, because I've been avoiding posting content to TikTok that's longer than a minute because they have been threatening to kick me out of the creator rewards program if I get more videos disqualified. Their policy is if you have 5 videos disqualified in a 30-day period, you're out. And disqualification... Shit. Disqualification is usually for unoriginal content, which everybody knows I'm just out here stealing video from other people and posting it as though it's my own. That's my modus operandi. You can't stop me from doing it, actually. Hey, Nachon. Chimero, thank you very much for the heart me and the kaizo wings. I'm just saying that I have a bunch of videos that are queued up that are more than a minute long. And I've taken steps to try to avoid the problem that they've been saying that I've been having. Which they've qualified my videos as being reaction content because it shows a really cool thing in the bottom and then it shows a guy on the top just kind of sitting there looking stupid. Well, that guy on the top looking stupid is me, and I'm looking stupid because I'm focusing on playing the level that you're seeing. And that's not reaction content. I don't think anybody with a brain would think that that's reaction content. But multiple people at TikTok have been saying that it is. And like, if I was somebody unscrupulous and without morals, and I was stealing video, I guess that's what it would kind of look like. But you know what else it looks like? It looks like me being a player who's playing the levels. Yeah, new soup is good. So anyway, I've done a lot of work on making the process of posting videos easier for myself, because that's one thing that's prevented me is it's just really tedious to go through and click the same thing over and over again when you're trying to upload multiple videos a day, which I have to if I'm going to get through my backlog. Yeah, well, the problem with TikTok is that the enforcement of their rules is done via algorithm, and you can't get a person to back you up when an algorithm is saying that something is wrong. That is precisely what I told them, is that it is action content. Come on, I think that coin's in the wrong spot. Yeah, what I ended up doing is, for videos that are longer than a minute, the version that I upload to TikTok doesn't have my face in it. Which sucks for me, because, how are people going to know that it's me if they're not seeing me when they're seeing me? But if it prevents me from being completely kicked off of their platform, yeah, I mean, legitimately, my face is part of my brand. My brand! But I spent a solid month arguing with them. Actually, it might have been 2 months, come to think of it. And I eventually gave up. Because they were too dim-witted to try to intervene to do anything for me. And that was 2 months where I was completely unable to post anything that was longer than a minute, which I try to do a level at a time. Well, and that's the thing is, that started happening at a certain point in time. It wasn't always happening. But I have like 5 years of history on TikTok. 5? 6? 7? Years of history uploading videos that have the same general format where it's my face, my gameplay. Yeah, so for me, Facebook, it did great right out of the gate. And people were watching, people were following. It was fantastic. And then one day, it just died. And I stopped bothering to post there because I was posting and getting like 20 views every time I made a video. It was pointless. And then I started it up again, and it's been fine. Like there have been cases where of the platforms I post to, Facebook is actually the one that's performing the best. When I barely have any following on that platform. I really don't think about Facebook very much. So yeah, I just have to keep an eye on TikTok, and if they start disqualifying more videos, I need to pull the rest before they can go live, because I don't want for them to take everything away from me. It was a fairly big milestone getting to the point where I had enough followers on TikTok to be able to qualify for the rewards program. And then they just want to take it away because their algorithm is broken and doesn't know how to classify videos. But I'll tell you one thing that I'll never do is infantilize myself by not saying platform names. I don't like it. It's really just this level that's been doing the P-Speed shell jumps. Come on, I might actually be jumping too early. I've been trying to adjust that, and I think I'm going the wrong way. I want one more try past that second P-Speed shell jump. I think that was a frame perfect throw for it to have thrown from the position where the shell was rather than where Mario was. Yeah. All right. All right. That's bad timing. Throwing the shell too early. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. This has been fun. Fun hack. World of Jumps was really, really good too. Like, I'm kind of sad that World of Jumps was split up the way that it was. Because, it had really, really good levels all the way through. And then you got to the end and you get to a point where you're playing through the stuff that went on the cutting room floor instead of being actually part of the hack. And everything in there was still great. So I don't know. I'm excited to see more hacks from Maltz. I think Maltz made really good stuff. Let's go raid Salmon. Salmon is playing the bean hack. It looks like a nightmare. Oh boy, that looks like a nightmare. We'll come back to... I'll put up some pictures of the pasta. Those will go into Discord. Yeah, we'll be back to this tomorrow. Later on tonight, I'm going to be playing Fortnite on stream. That's going to be only on Twitch and YouTube. I'm experimenting with trying to do basically only Mario content for the vertical streams. And we had a good stream this morning, so I want to try and do another good Mario stream next time I'm on. So, well, let's go say hi to Salmon. Thank you everybody for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day, if I don't see you later. And it's over. It's over!